What's going on, everybody? Your ass is mine here, and I wanted to bring you a little bit of a feel-good story. Something nice that actually happened to me. Has been something nice happened to you? Yes, something nice happened to me. And this all started around Christmas Eve. Now, as most of you may know, we had the flu around Christmas time. That would be me, my wife, and my oldest daughter. We all had the flu. Now, I wasn't feeling symptoms yet on Christmas Eve morning, but my wife and my oldest daughter were just in the bed. They were sick, Mom. And about 9 o'clock, I took my youngest daughter, who was already awake, and decided to go to the pharmacy and pick up her prescription. Now, I went there and I had to turn it in. It was going to take, like 45 minutes to an hour before the prescription would be ready, because for some reason, and this is funny because everything was already prepackaged in a box. How the hell does it take that long to pull out a box? Man, that just works slow, like the bank or McDonald's, whichever one you choose. So anyways, we say, okay, we'll go grab some breakfast, come back, and everything should be ready. So I'll grab my youngest daughter, who is 2, and I take her to the Waffle House, which is right next door. And if you're from the South, Waffle House is just something you have to break your children into, I mean, that's one of those things. It's like a coming-of-age moment, going to the Waffle House. So anyway, me and my youngest daughter, Lauren, we go to the Waffle House. We sit down. She wants a waffle, a big old waffle. So we get this big old waffle, and I get me a ham and cheese omelet. We're just sitting there enjoying our breakfast on Christmas Eve. Everybody's being very nice. The lady that was our waitress was very polite. She brought us a free cinnamon roll, or brought my daughter a free cinnamon roll, a little mini cinnamon roll. And my daughter was loving that. She was eating it up. And, it was just a great start to the morning, other than the fact that the rest of my family was deathly ill. So we're sitting there in the Waffle House, and the waitress comes by, and she brings us our check. I'm like, okay. So I just, it's just sitting there on the table. We're still eating. No big deal. A little bit of time passes by, and she comes back. She goes, hey, I need to adjust something on your check. She said, I think I overcharged you for something. Yeah, right, like doesn't do math. So I was like, okay, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate the honesty. She comes back, and about 5 minutes later, and she goes, by the way, the nice old couple that were sitting over there at that booth, they picked up the tab and tipped me for your meal this morning. And honest to God truth, I almost busted out into tears. I mean, it struck me that hard. And it was a sweet old couple. I say sweet, but I didn't know them. I mean, they could have been the Charles Manson family for all I know. Little killers. But I never spoke to them, never said a word. My daughter never said anything to them, never looked at them. And just out of the kindness of their heart on Christmas Eve, they paid for our breakfast. And that was awesome. I mean, it was really amazing. And I never got a chance to say anything, because by the time she brought me the bill back, they had already left. And, I couldn't walk out to the car and say thank you, because, well, I have my 2-year-old daughter, and I can't just leave her sitting in a restaurant, for God's sakes. But I hope that anytime I drive by Waffle House, and I knew what kind of car they were driving, and as a mechanic, I'm pretty good at remembering cars. If I ever see their car sitting outside that restaurant, I promise you, I will go in there and pay for their meal. But I thought you guys would enjoy that. Later, folks.